Hi everyone, so today we're gonna try to find out how big is Sam's number. So a lot of people actually request this video, they think it is the biggest number ever defined. So let's try to see if that's the case. So Sam's number, it only appears in the Googleology wiki. I couldn't find it anywhere else basically. But based on the Wikipedia page, it says that it is a number described in an article written on Googleology Wiki in 2014 by this user over here. So what is definition? So this definition is only like two paragraphs, not even two paragraphs. I mean, 5 lines or 4 lines long. So basically, it means the definition is that Sam's number is so gigantically huge it cannot be described. It boggles the mind. Actually, it would boggle a this number of minds. I'm not even trying to pronounce this. And there's one more statement. If you want a small glimpse of how big it is, here. Sam's number is so enormously larger than Rayo's number. You can feel a Greco universes, multiverses. Actually, it can feel so much more than that. It is undescribable. So this is the only definition of it. So clearly, I mean, if you study Googleology for a while, you already know that this is basically ill-defined. It's not very well defined at all. So basically, the only useful information here is that Sam's number is enormously larger than Rayo's number, but that's it. The other description is not very helpful. You know, the first statement is just so gigantically huge, it cannot be described. Basically, that is true for almost any other big numbers in Googleologies, you know, G1, G64, this statement would be true as well, or even, you know, Google Plex, something like that. It boggles the mind, basically saying every big number in Googleology is boggles the mind. Actually, it could boggle this many minds. I mean, this number, I tried to look it up online. It doesn't even exist. The closest is these two numbers over here. So I take a quick look. This number over here is equal to Google Plex, double arrow Google Plex. So it's big, but not that big. It's way smaller than G1. The other one, this one, is basically Google Plex, double arrow Google Plex. Again, big, but not that big. So this definition here is not very useful as well. This is, you know, at most around, well, this number doesn't even exist. I Google it, but then the closest would be Google Plex, double arrow Google Plex. So it's smaller than G1, so it will boggle a G1 number of mine. So when, you know, it's big, but not that big. This is true for G2, G3, G64, G3, lowest number. They all would fit this definition. And then now let's look at the second paragraph over here. So Sam's number is enormously larger than Rayos number. Okay, again, I said it already. This is the only useful information. It's bigger than Rayos number. This one, great goal. I did a search again. This one is basically around 100 triple arrow 101. So this is again big, but not that big. Way smaller than G2. Probably even G1, you know, is way smaller than that. So again, Graham's number, 3, 3, they all fit this definition as well. So how many universes in a multiverse? It says it can feel a great goal multiverses. So I did a quick Google search again. So how many universes in the multiverse? I mean, a quick Google search showed that there's up to around 10 to the 500 universes in a multiverse. So again, not very helpful at all. This number times 10 to the power of 500 is basically the same number, which is 100 triple arrow 101. So still way smaller than G2 or G1. So again, this statement not very useful. Actually, it can feel so much more. Well, same for Graham's number and 3, it can feel way more than this number of multiverses. So again, in conclusion, the only true, I mean, the best way to find how big it is bigger than Rayos number. Therefore, is ill-defined, is not well defined at all. So, and therefore, it becomes an inside joke in the Googleology community as an example of lazy and badly defined Googleology. That's just at best. So, I mean, anyone can name a number that is bigger than Rayos number. Anyone can describe this or similar to this. You just say it's bigger than Rayos number. All other description is basically true for anything bigger than G1 or G2. So the other definition, the description is not useful at all. The only useful is bigger than Rayos number, but bigger than Rayos number, what is that? It's not even defined. Anyone can say their number is bigger than Rayos number. So therefore, Sam's number is extremely lazy and ill-defined. Probably worse than Bigfoot or some other numbers claim to be bigger than Rayo's number. So anyway, this is how big Sam's number is. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.